Let's talk sweeteners today and why you shouldn't use white sugar anymore. There's several reasons why you shouldn't use white sugar before, because for one, it doesn't digest or break down in your body good. It's high in calorie content. It produces fungal infections in your body like yeast. It is a tribute to high triglycerides, high LDH levels, which may increase heart risk. It increases your insulin levels in your blood. It's very common for people to become a diabetes for the consumption of too much sugar in their blood. There's just so many reasons why you shouldn't use white sugar. I was addicted to this stuff, meaning I put it in everything to help sweeten it because I like things to taste sweet and I like things flavorful. I used to put 6 of these in my coffee, in a 12 or 16 ounce coffee. 6 of these are 16 calories a piece. I would put 6 of these in my coffee, which would be 96 calories per drink. And I would at least have 2 cups of coffee a day or 2 cups of tea a day. So it's been a couple months since I totally cut out the white sugar because it was raising the insulin levels in my blood, and it was a tribute to yeast in my body. So totally gone. I feel much better. I've actually lost 5 pounds in a month, and I haven't been exercising like I usually do on a consistent basis. I really think it's a tribute to this because I used to over consume this. Not good for your body. And you know, America has a problem with obesity, especially in children and teens. And I believe sugar, and I know sugar contributes to it, okay? So we talked about why you shouldn't use white sugar anymore. Many reasons. Obesity, diabetes, the high LDL count raised in your blood, which contributes to heart disease. So anyway, white out the window. Now let's talk about Agave Nectar. And we're also going to talk about coconut palm sugar. I love the taste of Agave Nectar has about 21 calories per teaspoon. 21 calories per teaspoon. And it has 60 calories per tablespoon. High in fructose sugar, which can increase your insulin levels. That's the only thing about that. So it's kind of comparable to the white sugar, but it's a syrup. You can cook with it. I have cooked with it. I use it to make my honey barbecue wings when I don't have honey. It's very comparable to honey. The taste is similar, but not the same. I think it's a lighter syrup. It's not as thick, which is true. If you can see it, it's definitely not as thick. But the taste is wonderful. I love it. I put it in a lot of things. I definitely put it in my tea with a shot of lime. Okay, but like I said, it has a high fructose sugar content, and it doesn't have not a nutritious value. So I'm going to not use this as much. So I came across the coconut palm sugar, it comes from the palm plant. Okay, it's actually called from pure coconut flower blossom, the palm. And it comes out actually as a syrup, but when they press it and then everything else they do to compose it, it turns into organic sugar grains. It looks like brown sugar. Very similar, but the taste is definitely different. It tastes like coconut and it smells like coconut. You also can cook with this. I have, and I will continue. Again, it's close to brown sugar. When baking with this, I would make sure it calls for like a brown sugar when you bake with it. Because when you're baking, if you don't use the right ingredients, it will change the composition of their baked goods, and it might not come out as good. But you can bake with this, and a lot of recipes now are actually calling for this. This has nutritional value. It says that it has low calcium in it, potassium, zinc, and it has antioxidant properties. So that's good. It has 5 grams of carbs, 4 grams of sugar. It's vegan, non-GMO, low glycemic, gluten-free, high nutrition value, unrefined sugar, and it's natural. It's a natural sweetener. Anything is natural is better than anything synthetic. So then that brings me back to these 2 buddies that's on the market that they actually market to diabetic patients, which that irritates me. I have tried these and I have used these. So one of them has saccharose in it, and the other one has saccharin in it. Those 2 ingredients have been linked to many cancers and cancer in patients. I actually had a friend that swore by these. I'm not sure which one she used, but she would only put this in her coffee, not sugar. She would say that sugar made you fat, and it was not good for you, caused you to be a diabetic, but she would use these. And unfortunately, she succumbed to cancer, and she swore by these. So I'm not saying that's exactly what happened to her, but it's very unfortunate. And there's many articles on this, many research has been done with artificial sweetener. Artificial sweeteners are not good for you, so I do not recommend against this. But generally, you only have to use one or two to maybe three regular white refined sugars. I recommend you not using either one of these products and finding a natural sweetener that works for you. So what I use again is Agave Nectar, which comes from the blue Agave plant, which is usually found in Mexico. And I also found the coconut palm sugar that compares to brown sugar, tasty. The calorie counts in this is, again, 21 calories per teaspoon, which is not too low. 5 grams of carb. It doesn't this one right here doesn't have any protein or fiber. It doesn't have much nutritional value, but it tastes great, and it doesn't it's not high in well, it is high in fructose sugar, which is a tribute to high insulin levels and diabetes. So don't use much of this, or maybe bake with it only. So I'm not going to endorse this. The taste is great. It is comparable to honey, but it's high in fructose sugar, which has been linked to children diabetes because it's in a lot of sugary drinks. I am endorsing the coconut palm sugar. It tastes great. It's comparable to brown sugar. You can bake with it. You can put it in your tea and your coffee, and it does have health benefits. Do what works for you. Do something different this year. Choose healthy living opposed to just doing the same thing over and over, which doesn't work for you.